Here we are going to discuss about the RE framework, that is Robotics Enterprise Framework. Okay, just overview of the this framework we are going to discuss, and in detail we will show in part 2. This is part 1. Okay, basically what is a Robotics Enterprise Framework? It is a project template based on the state machines. Okay, uh, like flowchart, uh, conditional our functionality. It's depending on that. It's a project template. Okay, uh, what we can do using this template, we can do logging, exception handling, application initialization, and other data processing or other transactions. Okay, being ready to tackle a complex business scenario. In this case, it is very helpful. Okay, contains several pre-made state containers for initializing applications, retrieving input data, processing it, and ending the transaction. Okay, for the all these processes we can do by using this framework. Okay, multiple invoked workflows we can implement in this. We can handle uh, particular aspects of the projects. Okay, so by default what the packages we need to have in this robotics enterprise framework: UiPath credential activities, Excel activities, mail activities, system activities. Okay, and UI automation activities. Basically, these are the basic components we need in that framework. Without this, we can't do anything. Okay, in RE framework. So this is the uh, basic about RE framework, and this is the basic chart. In here, we can initiate. Okay, we can initiate our applications. We can read the config file, get the transaction data from queue and process the transaction data, and whether it is get failed, then we can go back to for the new data. And once there is a success, we check basically the data is available or not, and we come to the end process block. Okay, this is as per the state machines. Okay, so we will check in UiPath right away. Okay, let me open UiPath. In where basically there is one option for the robotics enterprise framework. Okay, in here we can see robotic enterprise framework. We can choose this project. Okay, I'm going to use this project as it is, so we can save somewhere. Okay, so these are the packages it is already having in this. In main.xaml you will have all the blocks. Okay, so in here basically you can initiate your projects from here. Let me open this block, and for we can having ready-made variables created to handle the exceptions, errors. Okay, so basically we can initiate processes in this all the settings. We can have documentation folder and framework folder here. Okay, in where all the workflows are maintained. Okay, in init all applications we can initialize. In here there is one block. Okay, processing log also has been maintained over here. uh, Once the process, we will go one by one. Okay, let's go back to the uh, this block. Init block is done. So get transaction data, we pick up the data from the queue. Okay, what we have passed to the this project. Once that data, we are checking the data, it should available, then we are getting processed. We are picking, we are holding that data uh, in this get transaction data. Let me show you that workflow is also there. So this is the item from the queue uh, where we can hold that. Okay, and by using this variable we can process, and if the data is not available, then we are going to stop the process. Okay, so this is the get transaction data workflow, and once it is we get the item from queue, we are processing here. That process workflow is out of that folder because it's a main I mean it's a main workflow in this project. After main, basically it is important, that's why it is out of Once it is succeed, we are checking for the next available data in the get transaction workflow, and if any errors occurs, then after processing the data, it will come to for the next data, and if there is some business error, we are logging into the process transaction itself, and once data has been has any error, we are logging into exception in this framework, and if all the data is processed, then all the application closed should be get closed. So for that workflow, we are having separate file close all applications, and we can call the kill all processes. If there are any existing Excel process or any mainframe application process is running, we can kill by using this workflow. So if the documents are getting generated by using RE framework, that can be saved over here. So we can have config file also config file also gets saved somewhere here. Okay, so in data folder. So all the configurable documentational related dependencies we can having folder wise, or workflows dependencies we are having folder wise. So this is nothing but all about RE framework. It is very useful to maintain the code, and for business perspective, it resolves the complexity of the code. This is the main advantage of RE framework. So this is all about RE framework. In next video, we are going to discuss about the actual implementation. We will go through any one of the scenario, and we will show how it get implemented. So thanks.